Hi everyone, welcome to this week's question and answer video. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day to those mothers. I know it's sometimes celebrated on a different day in different countries, but here in America, yesterday was Mother's Day. I hope all you mothers had a good day yesterday. This week is a question and answer video, but I have a recommendation. I recommend something every single week for you guys. Something to help heal from stress and trauma, recovery, nasty relationships. Sometimes I focus on sleep, depression, things like this. Today, anxiety. I made lots of recommendations about how to help with anxiety. Today might be a little repetitive. I'm going to go over some general things to help with anxiety for you guys. Don't accept it in your life. Don't just live with it. Okay? I don't mean reject it or deny that you have it and ignore it. I mean, don't accept it in the rest of your life. Let's do something about it. There's a lot of things we can do about anxiety. I know if you guys are watching this video, then you've probably had some abusive relationships, maybe trauma in your life. All of this is stress, okay? A lot of us develop stress disorders, anxiety disorders from this stuff. Anxiety is profound in this, okay? And it's miserable. One of the worst things to deal with stress is the anxiety from it because it feels bad. So what can we do? I wrote down what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 things we can do to help with anxiety. First one is treatment. Treatment. You may have an anxiety disorder. This may not be something that you can manage very well on your own. If it's not getting better, if it's getting worse, let's get help. Treatment. Therapy, talk therapy, medications and supplements. Okay? Stick to your treatment plan. Do what your therapist tells you to do. Take care of yourself. Do the things that help with anxiety. Don't do things that make it worse, but take your medications if you want to take medication. If you accepted that and you have medication, take it. There's supplements, lots and lots of supplements that can help with anxiety. I recommend tons all the time. You can watch my Q&A videos. Number 2, things to avoid: nicotine, caffeine, drugs, and alcohol. If you have anxiety, especially daily, if it's a problem, you have a disorder, these things you are just doing to make it worse. It's just a cycle. It just keeps going and going and going, and it can make it worse. Stop these things now, fix the anxiety, and then maybe add a little bit to your life later. How about that? Raise your heart rate. People say exercise, stuff like this, but raise your heart rate every day. Raise your heart rate when you're anxious. It helps you manage it much better, but not too much. If you have a stress disorder, if you have anxiety disorders, realize that exercise and raising your heart rate and your blood flow, stuff like this, helps with it, but too much can make it worse. Okay? Counterproductive. Socialize. Don't isolate. Be social. The more you isolate, the more we could be depressed, and the worse it makes anxiety, especially social anxiety. Socialize. Talk to people. Utilize stress management and relaxation techniques. Start taking care of yourself. Start doing things that help you relax. Okay? There's plenty, lots and lots of things you can do. Eat healthy. Makes a difference. And a huge difference is sleep. Not enough sleep, bad anxiety day. Enough sleep, give ourselves a chance to have a good day. Learn about your condition or your disorder. Learn about what anxiety is, and if you have some kind of condition or disorder, learn what that is and learn what makes it worse. Identify triggers. Okay, what makes this worse? What causes this to be worse? Start being more and more aware of yourself and your emotions, your feelings, and being mindful of what you're doing. Okay, and last one is write. Journal. Write these things down. Write our thoughts down. Write our feelings down. Write down what makes us anxious. Write it down. I hope these things help. Nobody should be living with tons and tons of anxiety. Okay, let's get into the questions. The first one is from Tara. Hello, Tara, from the United States, Northern United States. Are there things you do in relationships to reduce stress that work well? So if you're talking about the stress caused from a relationship, yes. If you have stress in your life, if you're just talking about stress, there's lots of things you can do for stress, but you're talking about relationship stress. You have a relationship with somebody and it's stressful. It's causing you stress. Usually that means that your emotional needs aren't being met. if not your values. They're going against your values, something that you morally value, or your emotional needs aren't being met, or it's financial. So identify what it is, what's causing it, right? But the number one thing you do in relationships is communicate. Stress can be caused by relationships. It's the biggest source of stress, typically. We have financial stress, but relationship stress is huge for us, and it's supposed to be causing us comfort. It's supposed to be making us feel more comfortable by having these relationships with people. That's why we have them. So if it's causing stress, something's wrong. We got to fix it, and we can't do that without communicating. We have to address these things. I don't know what else you're asking. Are there things you can do in relationships to reduce stress that work well? Communicate, number one, and then all the other things that help with stress, like the things I recommended in the beginning of the video. Exercise and talking and journaling. But if you guys, two people, can't cause the stress to go down and you're trying to communicate, you may not be doing a very good job. It may not be fixable. Go to a professional and find that out if both of you value that relationship enough. Okay? I'm not quite sure what else to tell you except things that reduce stress anyway. You know, in a relationship or not in a relationship, whatever causes the stress, there's things you can do about stress. But communication is just, it's number one. Communicate. This is causing me stress. This doesn't feel good. I don't like it when you do this. I can't accept this behavior. Things like this. Okay? Cindy, don't know where you're from. Let us know where you guys are from, your locations, please. I think all of us have suffered some abuse in our lives, but at some point, I think we all have to move on to really be healed. I was abused by another relative I met later in life as an adult, but choose to try and look to the future. But they continue to say lies about me, so I don't really know what to do. Call them out or try to ignore them. Unfortunately, I do this a lot and have done this to other people. So if we have trauma in our lives, we don't move on from it, we move through it. That's the healing process. I just wanted to say that. But so there's a family member that abused you. You met them later in life now, and they're telling people bad things about you, saying lies about you. You don't know what to do. Do I call them out or try to ignore them? You know, it's up to you. I mean, this is really general. Right? So you don't want a relationship with the person, I'm guessing, so keep them out of your life, right? This toxic person saying lies about you, I'm not trying to make the decision for you. I'm guessing you don't want this person in your life. Now, you're worried about what they're telling to people. Who are they telling? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this does a lot of things. When somebody spreads lies about you and stuff, you get to know who really cares about you. It weeds out the people that don't. Because we don't listen to toxic behaviors and lies about people. And I form my own opinion about you. Okay, so everybody I know in my life, no one's going to come along and just say, oh, you won't believe what this person did. And I go, really? See ya. I don't know you telling me, but I do know this person you're talking about. Oh, and you're just going to say this is bad. Okay, bye, see you later. And it's just, you know, if you're gullible to that kind of stuff, if you think that stuff is okay, that behavior is to talk bad and trash people, you don't want them in your life anyway. The people that are mature enough to understand that behavior is wrong, and I know who you are, I don't listen to external outside sources, or I will come talk to you about this, right? You can't control the person doing it. Accept it. Accept that it's happening. Accept that it's going on. Keep them far and away out of your life. If you have problems doing that, call the police. The people that are telling are either mature enough to understand that this is gross and wrong and I love you, I care about you, I know who you are, or they're just gullible, toxic, weak people that believe anything people say to them and they think that behavior is okay and we don't want them in our life anyway. So a lot of this is acceptance. I mean, anybody smearing you, trashing you, telling lies about you, you just accept it. You accept it's happening. Don't see it, don't look at it, don't watch it. Don't watch videos, don't look at their social media, just block them all. Show that you're worthy of that, better than that. Okay? Have some people tell you counter it, right? You can go to, maybe you're worried about this person telling someone you care about and you have a relationship with. Talk to them about it. Tell them, I can't believe this person is saying these kinds of things. Hopefully this person that cares about you said, oh, don't listen to it. You're a good person. I love you. And that really helps. and then there's therapy. Okay? Feel free, Cindy, to be more specific. Okay? And I'll give you more specific answers. Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. After a year of therapy, my therapist gave me a test to see if I was ready to stop therapy. I passed the test. Yay! Why am I so sad? Oh, no. She wasn't my friend. My question is, at some point, am I going to have to stop David videos too? You don't have to do anything. Okay, that's up to you, Victoria. If you think that would be beneficial for you, then do it. And that's what I wrote down there. You know, why your question is, why am I so sad? You know, you maybe you bonded with this therapist a little bit. Maybe you attached to this therapist a little bit. Maybe, Victoria, you felt less capable of succeeding in life on your own. Maybe you were less self-reliant, and this process with this professional helped you be more self-reliant and things. But now that it's time for you to be on your own again, you're scared, and you just need a little confidence. Okay, and now is your opportunity and your chance to gain confidence so that your experiences are just a little better, and that's all we need. Just get out there and try, be vulnerable. Don't be scared, Victoria. You have failed before. You will fail again. I don't think you're going to have the same experiences that you're so scared of, Victoria. I don't think you're going to have those same exact experiences anymore. Do you? Realistically, you've learned so much. There's no reason to have these scary experiences we've had before. So go out there and make some new experiences, okay? And you'll finally have confidence. You won't be scared. I think maybe it's a little bit of attachment and bonding with the professional, but I think it's more about on my own now, which maybe you didn't have the confidence. I'm not saying you weren't good at it, but maybe you weren't very confident about being on your own and doing things for yourself and stuff like that, like you want to do now. Give yourself some courage. Your therapist is giving you some courage. I'm giving you some courage. Everybody here is giving you some courage to try, and you'll be just fine. And the first positive experience will tell you that you have, and it'll give you some confidence. Okay, Victoria, good luck. And congratulations. Hi, David Salema for France. Hi, Salema. How did you become immune to narcissists? What would be the first steps to take to become that kind of a person? I don't know if if you mean, am I immune to narcissists like I never even meet them anymore? No, that's not. I'll take it as I don't allow them in my life anymore. And sometimes we're not sure. Sometimes they get in there a little bit, right? But the point is to not allow them all the way in your life, not to trust them right away with everything, and not to react to their behaviors, things like this. I come across narcissistic people. I come across toxic people still. They don't gravitate towards me like they used to. I don't like them like I used to. I don't feel sorry for them like I used to. We don't identify with each other anymore. I don't identify with toxic people anymore. They don't identify with me. However, you might work with one. You might have to interact with one for some reason. Someone in your family is dating one, or something like that. And you asked, what would be the first steps to take to become that kind of a person, to become more immune to narcissists, let's say. And it's all about you, about number one. It's all about you. The more you are aware of yourself, the more you won't let someone make you feel bad. You won't accept that. Okay? The higher your self-worth is, you won't let someone treat you badly. You know that you're worthy of better, and you won't stick around for that. Regardless if they say sorry or they accept it or I'm going to change. They don't change, they're gone. Bye. Okay? We know what we need emotionally. And if I don't get that in relationships, my self-worth won't allow it to continue. So there's a lot of factors, and it all has to do with who we are. When I have clients, I want to take a little bit of their time, and every time I have with them, to help them know who they are a little better. Because that's what guides you. There are no rules, guys. It doesn't matter. There's no should do, and you should do that, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do this, and that's good, and that's bad, and that's evil, and that's holy, and these are other people's opinions. not yours. You form your own. You form who you are on your own. Okay? And when you know how you feel and what you need and what you want and what you value in your opinion, these will guide you all the time. You don't really need other people's advice or what would somebody else do because they're somebody else. Just like you don't need to tell everybody else what to do. Nobody needs to tell you what to do. Okay? Yourself will guide you. I've said this before in relationships, okay? We attach to everybody. Everybody attaches to human beings. We attach to objects. We attach to humans. Narcissists attach. Borderlines attach. So we take our time to get to know someone before we attach to them, as much as we possibly can. We go slow. I get to know you. I tell you no a bunch of times and see how you react to that. And we don't go out every day, and we don't have sex right away, and we don't text each other all the time, and we don't get into, move in together right away and sign agreements, financial obligations, and all this stuff. Just go super, super slow, and you'll get to know somebody before you attach to them. And it's easier to say, hey, I don't like this behavior, goodbye. You said what would be the first steps? People talk about boundaries. What are boundaries? You. It's your comfort zone. It's your feelings. And we go by our values too. Values are affected by boundaries. So it's about self-awareness. Learn who you are. Take the time off. If you especially have a pattern of these relationships, don't do it again. They're damaging. Mistakes are great. Failures are great. Same ones over and over again are extremely damaging. Take the time off to date. If that already makes you, there's a problem. If you're already like, no, I don't want to date. It's been weeks since I've had sex, and there's a problem. There's a problem already. That shows you. Because normal people say, yeah, I just got out of a relationship. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be single for a while. Stay single for a while. Learn who you are. Because if you were in a toxic relationship, you lost yourself. Unless what you need is to be abused, and what you want is to be abused, and you like to feel really bad, and you have no moral values. Self-awareness. First step, self-awareness. Okay? Thank you, Slema. And Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. I wish people can be honest. It would make everything so much easier. Yes, it sure would be. But then people wouldn't be so mysterious. Your question is, how do people act like everything is fine all the time? It feels like a day that doesn't end. Well, it may appear that everyone's just acting like everything's fine all the time. Okay, Emily, but they're also not, people aren't running down the streets going, oh, I'm so happy, oh my God, all the time either. And what it means is that people aren't acting out all their emotions inside all the time. They can understand that I've got, like an onion, I've got some sadness in here, and I got a layer of happiness and some anxiety, and I'm just going to go about my day like this, especially with people, strangers that don't know me. I'm not going to express my emotions all the time and act out. Is that what you mean? That people aren't walking down the street crying? That people aren't walking down the street screaming? That people aren't walking down the street just hitting something, anger? People aren't walking down the street going, oh, yeah. So people aren't acting out their emotions all the time. Thank God. Yeah? It's a good thing. It's just when we want to know how people feel, they tell us. And we find opportunities to express our emotions in appropriate times and places and with appropriate people. Yeah? Like work. I've managed businesses, and I'm very kind and very nice, and I can be also very tough. And I really don't want people's personal lives in the workplace. There's a problem if you just keep crying and crying all day, and you're on the phone all day and texting my boyfriend this, my boyfriend, why don't you just go home? We don't want to bring our personal life into work life, and so we don't want to express all our emotions at work that we have from personal life, right? That would be inappropriate. Yeah. Is that what you mean? And Salema has another one. Thanks for answering my question about trauma bond. You are welcome. Thanks for telling me or thanking me. What about trauma bond in friendship? I'm a mom, and when I met other moms, they start complaining about their kids, their behaviors, their needs, housework. I feel quite uncomfortable. And really, Disclaimer, all that matters is how you feel. So you don't like it, you feel uncomfortable, then let's not go there and do that, right? Make sense? No rules. Trauma bonds can be with any people. Very common in trauma recovery groups, addiction groups, Alcoholics Anonymous. Major trauma bonding going on all the time in Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. Right? They're sharing all their addictions. Most of them, if not all of them, aren't in any kind of therapy. That's their therapy. Oh, God. And people are, oh, I'm so sorry. Me too. Oh, God. You know, trauma bonding could start there. So it's not exclusive to a dating kind of relationship, if that's what you're asking. And you also ask, in your opinion, what is the best weapon against passive-aggressive behaviors? What is the best attitude? It all depends on the person and the relationship you're with, right? A person I'm standing outside of a store with starts having passive-aggressive attitudes after talking to him for a few minutes. I smile, okay, and I walk away, right? Somebody I have a relationship with that I value and I want it to continue and be healthy, then I tell them what they're doing and how it makes me feel. We talked about that yesterday, and you said everything's okay, and now you're bringing it up again today. I thought everything was okay yesterday. But the aggressive behaviors, don't do that. Don't act that way. Don't say those things to me. You can't do that to me. That's threatening. I feel threatened. I don't like that. I don't feel safe. Stop shouting. Stop yelling. Stop threatening me. Stop with the ultimatums, right? If you want to talk about something, we can talk about it calmly. And if we can't right now, let's talk about it later. Let's talk about it this evening after dinner. Okay, so what you have is passive aggressive, and it can be all encompassing in one motion. It could be encompassing in a look, but passive aggressive can be a two-step process. I'm passive today about the what we're talking about. Like we have an argument, we disagree, and then I believe it's settled because I say, do you get that? And you say, yeah. And I say, we're all okay? And you say, yeah. And then tomorrow night you say, yeah, that's still wrong what you did yesterday and blah, blah, blah. And now you're bringing it up again. And I'm like, whoa, you said everything was okay yesterday. Well, then why didn't you tell me it wasn't? Why did you tell me it was? Why did you say everything was okay? So now you want to talk about this again now, okay? The thing is if you're dealing with a manipulative person, it won't matter what you do. Do you understand that? If you can't hold someone accountable and hold someone down and to look at themselves and admit what they've done is wrong, it won't matter what you do, guys. I've tried it. I'm good at it. I'll sit there and say, I need to tell you how I feel. What you did made me feel this way. It's wrong. It's unacceptable. I don't want you to ever do that again, please. Well, what about my feelings? Okay. We're going to talk about your feelings when we are done talking about mine. They start crying or threatening. I mean, it's not going to work. It takes two people, right, to make it work. 100%, 100%, not 50-50. That's half-assed. 100%, 100%. If you're not getting that from the other person, it's over. We're not trying harder. We're not mom. We're not dad. I'm not smarter. I'm not better at this, so I'll just take over. No. We're not mowing lawns. We're not, I'm not better at it. No. You're going to try 100%, and I'm going to try 100%. And that just gives us the best opportunity to make it work. And if you're going to give it 99%, I'm out of here. It's that simple, okay? A lot of this stuff is just manipulative behaviors, and it's never going to work. It's going to drive you crazy trying. Because you'll be the only one trying. Make sense? Monica. Oh, I can't remember where you're from, Monica. I'm sorry. I think I do, but I hate guessing and being wrong. Am I too sensitive because I left his group and didn't talk to him at the public event because he excluded me and became friends with a girl I don't like? No, Monica. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Accept how you feel and do something about it to make yourself feel better. Don't leave it up to him. Sounds like he doesn't care. P.S. He knows this, and he showed up with her at the event. See, he doesn't care. And who is he to? You don't have a relationship with him anymore. And you said, but I didn't talk to him. But his other friend came and talked to me. Another friend of his was mean to me when I went to his group. That's because he told them to be mean to you. He tells them a nasty thing about you. He is the organizer and the mean friend, and the girl are co-organizers. So I'm not quite sure, Monica, about this whole situation, but I don't think it matters. The situation doesn't matter. They don't matter. What they say doesn't matter. How they feel doesn't matter. The whole organization doesn't matter. The event doesn't matter. All that matters is how you feel. You don't like it. What are we going to do about it? That's it. You didn't give many details. My question is, what is this event? I asked, are you sure you still want to be a part of this group or event? Why are you going? Stick to that. Screw everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to help you more with this. You say, am I too sensitive? No. I mean, I guess not. Why? Why would you think you're being too sensitive? You're doubting yourself, huh? Sensitive or not, Monica, it doesn't feel good. What are we going to do about it? Can't ignore that. So, too sensitive or not sensitive, it doesn't feel good. What are we going to do? We're going to talk to them. We're going to say that behavior is not okay. Don't ever do it again. And that's about all you can do. You have no control over these people. You can ask them not to do it again. I don't think any of these people care. So while you're going to the event, stick to that and screw making friends and making people happy. And if it's not worth it, don't go to the event. Bring company. Take someone with you to help you. I'm not sure. Can you ask me more questions, Monica, about this so that I can try to help you more? Because I'm not sure how to answer that, how to give you any more information. That's it, guys. Thank you. Everybody who asked questions, thank you. Let me know what you think of them, okay? If I didn't understand your question, if I missed someone's question, please ask me again. I don't do it on purpose. It's YouTube. It happens. I'll go through the questions so many times, and then I'll look again, and there'll be one from 4 days ago. Okay? It happens. It's not my fault. But just keep asking. If you don't understand my answer, let me know. Give me more details. Ask me more about your question, and I can help you more since I don't know who you are. Thank you, everybody. Give it a like, please. Let's keep these going. It's the only way is give it a like. Love yourself first, guys. You can find me at daviddemars.com if you want coaching. Bye-bye.